Traders have been asking me to do this for years, and I've just released, I think, and I'm hoping, the most comprehensive and complete book on Renko trading out there. And in this video, I'm going to take you through the contents, have a quick look inside to show you why I think it is very different and why you should be taking a further dive into it. Now, for me, Renko trading, it's transformed my trading over the years, taking out the noise, giving me the clarity, you know, the discipline, the consistency that I was looking for. And from my research and my time in the world of trading, I just could not find or see a comprehensive, complete guide to Renko trading that took you through the A to Z, you know, out there for the general public until now. And I hope I've done that. So let's take a look. So before we get looking into the contents of the book, who is the book actually for in the first place? Well, if you're new to trading, this book will give you structure, clarity, and a process you can trust. And if you're experienced or trading professional, it's a high-level system that you can plug straight into your workflow. You're going to find clear rules, strategy filters, and visual setups that you can use immediately. So then on to the exciting bit, what's inside the book. You know, Renko chart, trading revolution, theory, technique, strategy, and automation for today's trader. Let's scroll quickly through what there is. It's the usual stuff at the start, and we get into straight away the contents. We've got our beginning, how the book works. Important to understand how the book works before ploughing your way in. There is a structure to it. Then we look at the Renko chart trading mindset. How do you get the right mindset to trade in the first place? Hugely important. And I introduce you to something, a concept I've devised called the samurai trading mindset. It sounds strange off the cuff, but you know, you read through it and you'll fully understand why I've built it that way. It really will help your trading. Then section 3, a bit, you know, feeding you into the world of Renko, you know, technical analysis, the bigger picture, how we've sort of got there through, you know, the changes in technology that we are experiencing today. And then straight into the workings, the nuts and bolts of Renko. How does it work? How do you build it? How do you get the right block size? How do you stop repainting issues? You know, should you use tick data, time data? I've introduced the concept of time into Renko chart trading, which is quite unique and gives you another perspective on trading and an edge that, you know, many don't, you know, see or can utilize. So once you've understood how to put the charts together, we then enhance the power of the charts further by adding on Western, I call them Western overlays, other indicators and tools, you know, that you can combine together that make your chart so powerful and give you a great, you know, win rate, you know, risk return numbers, and help you to start to structure your trading strategies. And we go through all the patterns, indicators, tools that I use or think you could use in the world of Renko trading, and how I've transformed them to adapt to the Renko world. And then we got, you know, the practical side, using Renko to trade, section 6 there. We look at the markets instruments you can use it on, and this way of doing it, you can use it on pretty much anything, anywhere, anytime. But we cover that off in detail. We look at the, you know, statistical side of trading, how you can improve your Renko trading by introducing concepts such as the risk reward ratio, Sharpe ratio, risk growing, compounding, how you can scale up super, you know, strategies using something called the Kelly criterion. So if you're hitting home run trades, you can put as much risk on as is safely possible. We you know, dive into stop loss theory and Renko charts, trailing stops, the whole lot in there. The risk management, trade management side, very much taken care of. And then we start to put it into how you build a proper Renko trading system. So we go into the back testing, you know, stress testing, forward testing of these type of systems that anybody can do. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to do it, from the basics all the way through to, you know, top end concepts. They're all in there. Then a bit about optimization of your trading and Renko, you know, portfolio, putting it together, those sort of concepts. And then I've got a whole section, number 7, on Renko chart trading strategy ideas. They're ones I've used in the past, or have put out there on YouTube videos as suggestions. I've refined them, put them all into this book. There's some new ones in there as well to give you an idea where to get started. This isn't a click and play type strategy setup. You've got to do your own work as well. Always be aware that you've got to do your own testing before going live. They've worked for me in the past. Some might need modification. Some you might look at and think, well, I can do them better, but it's going to give you the groundwork, the framework to take forwards. Then for those out there who want to get really serious with the trading, we end up with Renko algorithms and automation. It's that next level that the world is moving into. How do you automate these trades? Ideas, strategies that you've got. What software tools, programming tools can you use? And I look into Python quite heavily here. I'll give an example of one that was built on Ruby on Rails that was very successful for me over the years as well. That's all in there, broken down into how I built that and how you can also build your own strategy. Then we look at other tools that can enhance the testing process, and also dive into the concept of machine learning, moving the whole concept further forward, how you can build that into your Renko chart trading. So loads and loads in there for you, and we just round it up with some final thoughts. So that's the contents of the book. Hope you're really excited about that. We can just quickly scroll through, give you some idea of what it actually physically looks like. Our section 1, just how it works. Like I said, section 2, getting the mindset that you need to trade successfully. And then scrolling down further, there's a lot of pages, 433 in total in the book. I introduced you to someone called Musashi, a great samurai from olden times Japan, who I think is better than Sun Tzu, and someone you should be learning about if you want to get better at your trading. And we go further down into section 3. We scroll down really quickly, and then, like I said, we go into the nuts and bolts of technical analysis, how it got there, how it's developed, how Renko fits into the picture, and then scrolling quickly through to section 4, the building blocks of Renko charts. You've got to do it right first. Getting the block size crucial for success in this game. How do you do that? What other ideas are there? What other things you can try? It's all in there. Some new stuff that you've never seen before, especially not out on my YouTube channel anyway. So as you can see, a lot of detail in there, a lot of charts, lots of pictures to look at. Getting down now to the next section, which was the overlay of Western techniques, things like stochastic indicators, other ones, the DMI, the RSIs of this world, how you can use them, how you can change the rules, the traditional rules, to better use them in the world of Renko. There you can see, look, introducing volume to Renko. You got loads of stuff in there to have a look through. Like I said, pages and pages and pages. This is the most comprehensive guide I think there is available in the world of Renko chart trading. Now, moving quickly to chapter 6, and we can get there. Like I said, there's lots to get through, and we're nearly there. Oh, by the way, each section ends with some exercises for you to cement your learnings, guide you through the build up as you get better and better at Renko. Then we're going to use Renko to trade, and that's, like I said, all the risk management, trade management. How do you back test, forward test, how do you go live, what markets can you trade, instruments you can use it on, how can you analyze your performance. It's all in section 6. And then quickly whizzing through that monstrously big section, we end up at number 7, where I said there was some strategy ideas for you to have a look at. You can see all broken down by rules and structure, all graphically illustrated as well for your own aid, covering all markets, forex, commodities, indices. You could use them in options, futures, CFDs. Like I said, it's all covered there. Then or even crypto, put some examples in there as well, using Bitcoin, Ethereum. And then into the last major section there, Renko algorithms and automation. I'll show you how to build your first Renko chart in Python. Anyone can do this. It's in there. We've got some output. An example of a system that I built on the Ruby on Rails that I mentioned earlier. We scroll through all there. I know this is just flashing by for you, but you know, there's so much to get through here. There's some content we produce from Python to getting your own charts built. And yeah, it all wraps up once you've gone through all that, and then, you know, tapping into machine learning, you know, to final thoughts and roundup. So that's the book. Like I said, I think it's the most comprehensive book out there at the moment on Renko chart trading. Where can you get hold of it? Now, if this book looks like something you need, get it right now. All the links for that are in the description below. It's either via my website www.TheStopHunter.co.uk or via its own special bookstore. Like I said, all the links are in there for you to follow. Now, really proud of this book, and I hope you really enjoy it and it turns your trading into something special. Would love to get your feedback on what you think and how you're getting on with the book and Renko chart trading. And if you like today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subs button. It all helps the channel and it'll get you to, you know, be in the Renko chart trading zone with me, the TheStopHunter, here on this channel. Lots more content coming out over the near future, not just on Renko, but some other very important, crucial concepts in the trading world that, married together with Renko, make you a much better trader. So I hope that you can stay with the channel and look forward to joining you in the near future.